Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke has been on the adulatory roller coaster again. She was saved by Ridge in Italy after nearly drowning. That led to their rushed remarriage. Carter said he was recognized to be part of this rearmost reunion. The frequently wedded couple in the Forrester Creations Administrative Services. With that, this cleaner pieces' most frequently wedded couple is reunited again. Brewing over this joyous reunion is one frenetic son. Thomas, fresh off his engagement collapse, is angry that his mama was wronged by his pater, and blames Brooke for it. Eric mentioned that espousal in the Forrester Creations Superintendent Suite were a first. Numerous marriages have been held in Eric's living room at his luxuriant estate, as longtime suckers know. But Ridge supposedly didn't watch about not having a license, with the laws in this interpretation of California putatively being incredibly lax. Of course, marriage is hardly a sacrament on B&B, especially where Ridge and Brooke are concerned. They've made and broken 8 promises. So, the rearmost reanimation might start the timepiece ticking, and observers have to wonder if this is eventually the union that will endure. Yet, indeed if it does end, they would feel fated to continue the reunification pattern indefinitely. Taylor dragooned Ridge to get engaged. She asked him to pledge to tie the adulatory knot. He dithered, some commercials played or were digitally skipped during a time-shifted or laterally viewing, and also agreed. That was the mistake Ridge made. However, she wouldn't be as crushed now, if he hadn't agreed to marry the woman he sired 3 children with. But Ridge was willing himself into a corner, and Eric knew it. He soundly called his espoused son out constantly. Ultimately, Ridge knew his pater was right and did what was necessary, but it was messy, with contributory damage pullulating. Steffi is on a holiday, clearing her head, with the kiddies. Her return will lead to further emotional gut punches. But until the below happens, Thomas is leading the charge against Brooke. Thomas holds Brooke responsible because he believes his father cannot control himself. Allowing that Brooke is Ridge's puppeteer is juvenile, which reinforces Thomas's lack of emotional development and continued peril to those who are perceived as wronging him or his family. The verity is that Ridge loves Brooke more than Taylor and always has, despite all the marriages to both women. Thomas refuses to accept that fact and is a trouble to Brooke, who knows his history of insecurity, which includes committing numerous crimes. Why in the world would she agree to marry Ridge so snappily when for the last several months he's been pushing her to the side for Taylor? Make it make sense formally, right? It's nearly as if Brooke has been staying for this confirmation. Easily, she has to feel like she's worth further than the breadcrumbs that Ridge always throws at her, right? Brooke is a beautiful, strong, intelligent woman who deserves the right kind of love and not what Ridge has been offering to her. Covetousness might enkindle as Taylor discovers a new love interest. Is the reunion of Ridge and Brooke formally at threat? The end of his engagement with Taylor, Ridge snappily jumped into a new relationship with Brooke and prompted Carter to officiate their marriage incontinently. It's apparent that Ridge is completely committed to Brooke and their participated future. This doesn't guarantee an easy path ahead. While Brooke and Ridge are presently enjoying their happy moment, that joyful state might not last as long as they hope. Indeed, though Brooke holds the title of Ridge's true love, he'll always have concern for Taylor and her wheel. Ridge will surely want to check on Taylor and ensure she's doing alright following their bifurcation and not returning into broken heart pattern. We don't know yet who the new man in Taylor's life will be. Clearly, Taylor has come to terms with the fact that Brooke is the woman Ridge solicitations after so numerous times of his waffling. She's gotten used to it. Fate continues to draw Ridge and Brooke back into each other's lives, yet his undetermined passions for Taylor could pose an issue. Ridge's covetousness muscle flare over when Taylor starts to connect with a new man. According to B&B spoilers, Taylor is set to be attracted to another romantic prospect this fall, which is bound to catch Ridge's eye. There hasn't been any evidence on who Taylor's coming love interest will be, but Deacon could be a strong contender. Cleric and Sheila marriage is facing significant troubles due to the entire Luna affair. However, you can be sure Ridge will come worried if Taylor and Deacon are on the path to love. Ridge might have a problem with Taylor moving on with nearly anyone, but he'll be particularly furious if she moves on with Cleric. Given that Ridge doesn't trust Cleric and has always been cautious of him, he may come defensive of Taylor and attempt to intermediate. There was a time many times back when Brooke and Taylor chose themselves, that Brooke indeed tried to fix Deacon and Taylor up. Brooke wouldn't tolerate any outbursts of covetousness, particularly if Ridge appears to be fixated on Taylor rather than concentrating on their coming chapter together. This could serve as a new source of conflict for Ridge and Brooke as they embark on their remarriage, so keep an eye out for any distressing developments that may arise. It seems like Ridge always wants the woman he can't have, while he's with the other woman. Brooke and Ridge are doubtful to enjoy lasting connubial happiness, anyhow of how positive they may feel about their reunion at the moment. Will informs his parents that Luna is alive. Remy sees a ghost. Plus, Thomas threatens Brooke. At Lee's apartment, Will sluggishly backs down from his snooper. The youthful man declares she's going back to captivity ever. Will calls Katie. Luna is shocked. Before Will tells his mama anything, Luna flees out the door. Will chases her. The youthful woman runs into an uncorked apartment. Remy is there. Isn't she supposed to be dead? Luna says, surprise. Remy prodigies if he's losing his mind again. Luna begs him to hide her, she needs further time to make a life with Will. Katie calls Will back. They're going to meet at Bill's house so Will can explain what's going on. Will arrives at Bill's place. Katie is formerly there. Bill mentions that Will looks like he's seen a ghost. Because he has, Will declares. Luna is alive. At Forrester Creations, Brooke and Ridge talk about being reunited again. Brooke has a surprise for him now that they're back together. Taylor recalls Ridge ending their engagement. Thomas arrives and blames Brooke. Taylor doesn't want her son getting all worked up, she'll be okay. Thomas announces that this isn't right. Taylor isn't interested in being anyone's alternate choice. Thomas still thinks everything would be different if it weren't for Brooke. Donna and Eric are sitting at a table. They both get textbook dispatches asking them to meet ground at the office. Eric walks into Forrester Creations. That's when Ridge shares the news that he married Brooke. Eric is so relieved and happy. They bandy Taylor and how worried she's about the engagement suddenly ending. Ridge is concerned how Thomas will reply. The primogenitor reminds Ridge that he needs to concentrate on his own happiness, not his children's. Brooke is joined by Donna and Daphne. They gush over Brooke's ring. Brooke is going to search for lingerie for tonight. Daphne gives her a special incense. Donna is thrilled for her. Daphne and Donna leave so Brooke can try on lingerie. Thomas barges in while Brooke is in a bitsy camisole and silky films. She puts on a mask while Thomas harangues about stopping Brooke from causing further destruction to his family. Brooke will no way hurt his family again. Zend isn't as important as he used to be. Will creation party, he spent all night dancing with one particular girl. The youthful developer's love story eventually be passing? That lucky lady? Zend attended Will's creation party along with several other characters. Much all the youthful people were spending the night at Il Giardino dancing down. Lainey just had to try to pull Will on the cotillion bottom. The youthful man is committed to Electra and that's who he came to the party with. So, Lainey was out of luck on that bone. Everyone at the party was drinking alcohol. Zend brought out some masks, and that might bring him some guilt after the Verity about Luna's special night comes out. Zend was dancing all night with Lainey. It seems that they were both having a great time, too. It wasn't just Lainey that was flushing and glowing. The developer sounded to be having a blast with the youthful woman. The youthful developer clearly has made imprint on Lainey. While it could have been just two co-workers dancing platonically, it seems there could be commodity more. Will brazen Lainey to ask if she was the bone. Who snuck into his room? Lainey has had the hots for Will since she started working at Forrester Creations several months ago. The Sally lookalike easily still is end over crushing on Will. That night, dancing with Zend could change everything for Lainey. Will didn't get a chance to charge the redhead. The youthful lady spent the whole discussion gushing about Zend. Lainey mentioned that she danced with him for hours and sounded to be relatively smitten with the youthful developer. Indeed, if Zend eventually finds true love, there will probably be complications. Lainey is easily a go-getter, but she seems to warrant boundaries. Everyone has a history and seems to have connections. The real story with Lainey, and how will it affect Zend's future?